let's begin our final day. Thank you for all of you that showed up in your Class C. You look fabulous and look really, really good. Let's begin in prayer. Nick, you want to lead us for our last prayer all together for my period A?
Sure. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now at the hour of our death. Amen.
Amen. Very good. Okay. Our last mustard seed. What's it going to be? May 20th. Yesterday's was a little long. This one says, the world is full of good people. So many people believe, because of the influence the media has on them, that the world is full of bad people. That in all my travels across the world, I have never met one bad person. Where are all of these bad people? They are in the imaginations and in our television sets. The world is full of good people. So keep that in mind. Good people. And I would agree. Maybe sometimes we are not the best in a moment, but overall, everybody usually has, good intentions in their heart, I hope. So I hope you actually surround yourself with some great, good people, because that makes a world of difference. So, all right. Uh-oh, what happened to David? Did I lose him? Okay, boys. So first thing, for all of you that are all caught up, so hopefully you guys have been checking your grades and have made sure that you know what's in there, but people that are missing grades, Wes is not here with us this morning, but I did not get a lab. Makai and Marquise, so you two, and Joseph Davidson, he's not here either today, right? So
I was going to finish it today.
okay, I need that done today. So no, they are not accepting any work past tomorrow. So that's for all of your classes, okay? Nick, Noah, Daniel. Let's see. Jack Miller's with us, right? Jacob Moore, David, Jack Reed, Marquise. All right, just writing down my attendance. So Wes, Mackay, not Wes, yeah, so Wes isn't with us, Mackay, Marquise. So Marquise, you can resubmit, and I think that's all that you two are missing. I think everybody else is good. Jacob Moore, I think you're still missing some of your homework.
I have it right here. Can I show you it?
Yes. Yeah. Okay, very good. Okay, now regarding the lab, just some things that I wanted you to get out of that. So if I have you again in Physics 2, we will take a closer look at that. So let's see, take a look at that. All right, so in the lab, what you clearly could tell, conservation of energy, right? We go from potential energy to kinetic energy. And if you have to do work, work is done, and that's what energy is. You lose your energy because of that work. So you can even think of your own body, right? You eat your breakfast, you store that energy, and that energy is used to be able to do work. So that was the final concept. I know you guys, does anybody have any questions about the lab or things that they were puzzled by on that? Nobody got the last question correct. So that I want to point out to you. So let me get that lab pulled up here. And that's the only thing I want to work on and discuss with you. And then let me see here. I want to get to my, okay. So get to our simulation here. Okay, just real quick. Just explain the last question, which was the 3 different ramps. Okay, so nobody got this question correct. Which ramp would allow you to, would the ball come off the fastest? So one ramp looked like this, where it was down. Now, the key to that, if you were to build this in your playground, was that it had to be, they all had to be at the same height, okay? So I'm gonna put the speed up here so you can see it with that time graph, all right? Let's see here. Okay, so what you saw in the lab is if there is no friction, right? So now I have friction on there, but if I take away all my friction, go back in slow motion, right? And the person goes down. Okay, well, I'm going to stop right there. The speed, take a look at that speedometer. Okay, so we're just past that middle hash mark. If I make sure that I keep my height exactly the same, but I change the shape of my ramp, okay, to be something more like this, where it's in a straight line. So that was one of your choices. So that one and this one. If it's more in a straight line, but I start at the same position, the potential energy of the skater is the same. If all of that potential becomes all kinetic, by the time they reach the bottom, their speed is about the same, right? So do that one. So taking a look at that speed, I'm going to go back. I just want to make sure I start the skater at exactly the same height. So I want to start the skater. I'm going to move this up so I can start the skater right there at 7. Okay, so if we watch it go down almost this straight ramp, okay, in slow motion, when I get to the bottom, what is my speed? Okay, so right there, if I change the shape of this ramp to be more like this, what is my speed when I get to the bottom? Okay, so in those answers, you never had to really consider the speed of the skater at the bottom. Okay, not the speed, I'm sorry, the shape of this ramp. And it wouldn't matter if the skater went up a little bit of a hill and ended up like that. So the shape of the ramp doesn't matter on the speed as much as how high did you fall from. So what's hard on this is I can't tell you exactly that I'm stopping them all at the exact same spot. So they are all ending up with the same speed right in here within those first 2 dots. So considering me stopping the skater at the right position and starting them at exactly the same place, it doesn't matter if I went down a straight ramp, a curve up ramp that looked like that, or an under curve like that. My speed down here only depends on how high I fall from. So this summer, hopefully all of our parks will open up and we will get a chance to get back and ride some roller coasters, right? But what can never happen is at the beginning, you can never go higher than what you were lifted to. So true roller coaster, you're just constantly falling, right? So that skater can't ever go any higher than what he was originally. Now, in some good roller coasters, if they're long, they might actually kick you again right here with some kind of chain and add to your energy to cause you to move faster and be able to clear a higher ramp. Okay? Does anybody have any questions on that? But that was the last question on that lab that everybody kind of missed there. Okay, so the point of that is conservation of energy is path independent. It doesn't matter what path that you take. All that matters is how high did you fall. This path in between doesn't matter. And that's why we would use conservation of energy to be able to answer those questions. All right, what I want to do for you last is first, I asked you to arrive today and you get extra credit if you would do a survey for me. So we're going to do 2 things. Number 1, I definitely want to give you a farewell. So throughout the year, just in memory, I was taking some photographs. I don't have that many, but I took some photographs and I want to remind you where we were at the beginning of the year, some of the things we have done, and where we are at the end of the year. When that is over, there is a survey that you had gotten in an email that I'm going to ask you to fill out, and you will get extra credit for that survey. But before you open up the survey, let me share my screen again. Everybody watching? All right. Going back to, now I want to share this. And instead of that, I'm going to go to my PowerPoint. All right. So, whoops. Let me go back. There we go. All right. So if you don't have the video or the people's faces taken away from your screen, go ahead and do so, because you're going to want to see these pictures. So this was my first year Benedictine as well as yours. I'm so grateful for having the opportunity to be there and to meet all of you guys and work with you. It's definitely a different, but in a good way. Jacob, back in the day when you were teaching the class, do you guys remember?
Kids things.
Now, I welcome you guys to unmute and make comments. I welcome you to just, this is our last day together, make comments. You've been making fun of each other all year. Go for it. So Jacob, there you go. Nice teaching job. Remember all those big whiteboards you did all that work on? Our warm-ups for the day were on it. Remember this, boys? Josh, you dominated.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Very good. Can any of you guys still do that? And then we had Marquise's team. Let's see how they did.
Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, not bad, not bad. And then we had Daniel's team. And Daniel, do you remember how well you led your team? Here it is.
Go ahead.
You guys were terrible. And then we put you all together, and of course we put that terrible team all the way in the back. And then you did really well.
All right. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I was so proud of you guys that day. You guys did so well. David and Noah, yeah, not the best team, but you had a good time. Wes isn't even here with us. Walter, you guys dominated that challenge. Very good. All of our, now this is not your class, but you remember the human table we tried out? The Boot Camp Fridays. Oh, there's your old classroom. I miss it. And now here's our old classroom. Thumbs up. Hopefully we don't have any more pictures like this. We did well, guys. You guys persevered through all of this. You did very well. All of our challenges at the end of the year, Rube Goldberg, a little juggling, and every day, mustard seed of the day. Thank you, guys. Were you able to see that? It was a good year. I don't have anybody speaking. Josh.
Oh.
Oh, all right, boys. Any thoughts from you guys? Want to say farewell to anybody? Marquise Mackay, we're going to miss you. You have another change. It's not easy to make changes all the time. So, gentlemen, if you don't have any work owed to me, so Jacob, let me take a look before you sign off for today. But at this time, I would like to ask you to open up your email, and there is a survey there. And I know I wasn't perfect. I know we all made adjustments this year. So I definitely really, really appreciate feedback from my students. It's one thing when I get feedback from colleagues, but they aren't the ones in my classroom. So the ones that I value the most are the feedback I get from students. So please be honest in your answers. I tried to make it easy so you can just click with agree, disagree. And then if you could, again, I'm not a big reader, so very quickly answer the questions that are at the end. And if you don't have any work to owe me, that is it for today. So if you can answer that survey, then we will conclude. One last request. I think David, did we already lose David? Everybody look at the screen for me to give me your faces. So when you become famous people, I have proof that I have taught you. So this will give me, I'm gonna do a big screenshot. Tyler Dixie, where is he? Did he leave me? All right, you can smile and give me a wave on 3. I'm gonna do a screenshot. 1, 2, 3. Very good. All right, gentlemen, if you finish that survey, Makai and Marquise, if you want to stay on and finish your lab, that would be my suggestion. And everybody else, that's it for me today. So hope you guys have a great summer. I hope we can get back to our real life. And Walt, the, what's that called? The
Mullet.
mullet is growing good. Looks good, looks good. All right, gentlemen, thank you again.
Miss Rosenweaver,
Yes.
did you put my
Miss
go button?
Rosenweaver.
Bye, Josh. I just did, Jacob. I just updated your grade.
Okay,
So if you want to take a look at it before you log off and make sure everything looks good.
okay.